Religion, the principles, issues, commands, tenets of Christianity violates consent at nearly every level. We did not get to consent to be here.
I guess that's the ultimate level of control.
But under the Christian system, this God knows very well the vast majority of the 100 billion people he has made so far are going to burn in hell for eternity.
That's kind of rude to make some silly rules that are hard to follow and then put people in hell forever. It's kind of a mean thing you do.
A more on-the-nose example is the concept of a forced relationship, a forced feeling, a forced devotion.
Listen, not to be super like, oh, religion's bad, but like there is a weird forced relationship between like priests and people. And I feel like it's one of the reasons why young people sometimes get hurt by priests. You put them in a situation where these kids are told God is real, and if you do a bad thing, you will go to hell forever. But if you do a good thing, yay! Listen to your priest though, because he's the ultimate interpretation of God and his will. It's like, okay. And now you're in a situation where you're expected to, confession and talk to your priest, and this is like a forced relationship, really, if you think about it, between you and your priest. And they have such a tremendous amount of power over you. Like, they can really put you in a situation where some pretty fucked up shit happens.
God quite literally demands love and total obedience and total submission,
which unfortunately reduces your ability to critically think. So you feel like you have to listen or you might get punished.
Sexual consent.
I feel like we need to have an updated conversation about consent nowadays. And maybe this is just because we're in a Western world now. People grow up slower, and I don't know. But I feel like maybe 18's a little too young.
In Deuteronomy 22:28 through 29, if a man finds a young woman who is a virgin, who is not betrothed, and he seizes her and lies with her, he shall marry her. Virginity then is a transaction. Women then are property.
The Bible's pretty interesting when it comes to consent, huh?
How is the woman consenting to this? She's not. And that's not a problem to this God.
I mean, it's pretty disgusting.
I have child indoctrination without agency, which they can't have because they're children. Children don't have fully developed brains.
I mean, it's an interesting conversation because, like, in order to be religious, you have to have been indoctrinated from a kid. That's pretty much for the most part. I guarantee you that if you didn't grow up believing in God, you would think it's insane. What's the foundation? What's the first story we hear? That a lady ate a magical apple that gave us the magical apple curse that now makes us no longer immortal and feel pain, and it hurts to give a birth now. If you heard that at 30 years old, you'd be like, what the is this guy talking about? That doesn't mean it's all bad. I'm just saying, how many people are actually going to choose to engage in something like that. I think that like if you're somebody who watched this video and you're like, no, I don't think that there's like some kind of a consent problem, I would ask you the one simple question is, why is it always religious people who are the ones that are trying to make it so that young people don't get educated on consent to be able to protect themselves? Why are they the first ones to vote against age-appropriate sexual health education for kids that keeps them safe and protected in case Uncle Larry decides to do something creepy? So I think it's a very important question to ask, honestly.